spirit of freedom, sporty styling, a high-performance engine, and a muscular design. These are some of the traits that have exuded the Mustang brand's born-free spirit for more than 5 decades now. Sharing components with other Ford models, in March 1964, it was possible for Ford to offer a high level of customization. Ford even went ahead and advertised the first Mustang as the car to be designed by you.
Mustang is the one car that's designed to be designed by you.
So, did all this work in the end? Well, it did, and a lot better than what Ford expected. More than 20,000 cars were sold on the first day, and more than 1 million cars found new homes in the next 18 months. But up till 2016, the Mustang was never sold officially in India, simply because it was never made in a right-hand drive configuration. Well, the latest generation though is available in right-hand drive finally, and Ford India launched the car last year at a price of Rs 65 lakh ex-showroom Delhi. Now, with a right-hand drive configuration, an independent rear suspension, an ever-increasing amount of electronics, and a slew of new features. Well, has this new Mustang been able to retain the character of the first model from 1964? I've got the car with us right now, and it's time to find out. This one's a ground-up new design. It sits lower, has a wider stance, even the roof height's lower than the last model. However, the long hood and the short rear deck have been retained from the older Mustang. The headlamps are sleek, and the front grille gives it a very protruding shark bite effect. Add to it a low slung height, and what you get is a very kinetic stance. Overall, it looks as if it's waiting to pounce. The highlight on this side of the car is the way the designers have been able to maintain the fastback design. So what you have is the roof line that starts to flow rearwards right after the A-pillar. The highlights at the rear are the tri-bar tail lamps and the GT badge. Both of these provide an instant connect with the older Mustangs. Once inside the cabin, it doesn't take long to realize where the inspiration for the design comes from. You guessed it right, it's an airplane. So inside, what you have is a large touchscreen which gives you access to all modern connectivity functions. In addition, there are these lovely toggle switches which are reminiscent of an airplane. It makes you feel you're in a fighter plane, and just press one of these and boom. Now to talk about the seats, well, they are very comfortable and they offer brilliant side support. So when you're going really hard around the corner, they sort of cocoon you inside. Let's talk about the material quality all over. It's good from a Mustang point of view, but then again, if you were to compare this car with a European car in a similar price tag, it really isn't that premium, it just isn't there. But then again, that's not a negative. Who buys a Mustang for the interior quality and comfort? Alright, so now let's talk about the most interesting part about the Mustang, its engine. And that's the main reason why you would buy a Mustang. Well, the good thing that Ford India did with this Mustang is that they went the whole hog and launched the model with a 5-litre TI VCT V8 petrol engine. The power output is around 400 horsepower and it's got a torque of 515 Newton meters. As a result of which, when you mash down your right foot, the car propels with a tremendous intensity. Now it's such a powerful engine, it's natural for someone to think that, okay, maybe this car isn't too easy to drive, maybe it's a little too much to handle, but that's not the case. The Mustang is a very civilized car and you can actually drive it every day. It's a practical car as long as you're considering 2 people sitting in the car, because the rear seat isn't suitable for adults. At best, you can seat children in it. But if you talk about the performance, well, It's impressive, yet it's manageable, so you can use it every day. You don't tend to get overwhelmed by the performance of the Mustang, and that's the best part about it. You can explore the limits without really losing control of it. Now, channeling all this power to the rear wheels is a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, well, the 6-speed automatic transmission, I would say, is the only bit of disappointing thing in the entire car. And the reason is it's a slow shifter. So, irrespective of whether you're in drive mode or even if you're in sports mode, things improve in sports mode. Things get even better when you're taking control using these paddles. But all the time you do feel that the transmission is the only weak link wherein it does not allow all of the power of the engine to be extracted completely. Now, because this Mustang is new, it's got a new age of electronics, you also get drive modes. Now, apart from these drive modes, you also get a selector for the steering, so you can again select what kind of feedback or what kind of feel from the steering you want. It can be between normal, sport and comfort. What we've learned over the last few days about the Mustang is that it's got all the performance an enthusiast would need, plus it's got the everyday practicality to go into your office, to school, anywhere. So the new Mustang still reflects the same kind of character that its predecessor reflected way back in 1964. It's got the same kind of attractive design, it's got those racy looks, it's got a big performance engine, and it's got that hint of rawness to its character. And that's what the Mustang is all about. It's all about having fun, and when you talk about fun, you're going to have a lot of it in this car. The Mustang, I think, is priced decently. There is no other car in the same price segment that will give you a piece of history. There is no other timeless icon that you can buy for 65 lakh rupees right now in India. So if that's your poison, there's no other machine that beats the Ford Mustang.